Alexa, open B100.
Hi, this is Jim Mackey.
And this is Deb Miles.
From the Mackey and Miles Morning Show on B100. Tell us what you want to hear. Say,
listen live, browse music, or discover podcasts.
I'd like to listen live. Alexa, stop. Hi, I'm Pat Higbee, CEO of XAPPmedia, and I'm here today to introduce you to the future of radio with Amazon Alexa. We're partnered with Federated Media to create an awesome listening experience that your listeners will love. What you're hearing here today is a skill that we built. That's an Amazon Alexa skill that we built for their B100 radio station. Some of the features that you'll see in this, starting right off, there's a variable message when you open this skill. When I said open B100, the voice you heard, it was not Alexa's voice. It was B100's talent voice. Bringing this type of voice persona to your station, radio stations have been great at creating branding through their talent. And what we do is we allow your talent to shine within your Alexa skills. And throughout the day, the voice changes based on the time of day. The next thing was you get a series of options of what you want to listen to. I chose to listen live first, but then we can browse music or discover podcasts. These are fantastic features that your listeners will just love. Alexa, ask B100 to browse music.
At any time, just say, Alexa, play next, to jump into a category.
Variety with an endless music library. My B100. My B100 90s. The Beach on My
Alexa,
B100.
play next. Alexa, skip. Alexa, stop. You notice with the browse music that this gives listeners the ability to discover new content and find what they want to listen to at that moment. And we build the experience for all users, so new users can get prompted through. Also, you may have noticed that there's an ability to jump directly into a feature. So I said, ask B100 to browse music, so I didn't have to wait for the opening prompts. We can go right there. But it's important that this works for all your listeners, the listeners that are listening to your skill for the first time, those that know exactly what they want and can go directly to it, and those that not sure what they want and really want to scan through things like they do on the radio to find what is appropriate for that time. So these features are really important to making radio great. A lot of radio stations have created really awesome podcasts, but it's really difficult for their listeners to discover all of the content that they've created. One of the beauties of voice is the ability to allow your listeners to discover the content that you've created. So let me demonstrate this. Alexa, ask B100 to discover podcasts.
You can say station podcasts or browse podcasts. Which would you like?
Station podcasts.
The station podcasts are Let Me Ask You a Question and Sprinkles. Which would you like?
Sprinkles, please.
Playing Sprinkles with Olivia and Sophia by Sprinkles.
Sprinkles, it's lots of fun. Sprinkles, it's just begun. Sprinkles, kids one-on-one.
Skip.
Playing Sprinkles with Liam, Part 2, by Sprinkles.
Sprinkles, it's lots of fun. Sprinkles, it's just begun.
Alexa, stop. So very quickly here, I was able to discover what the station podcasts are, jump into the podcast that I wanted to listen to, and then when I was in that podcast, I was able to search through the episodes of that podcast and pick the one that I wanted to listen to. Alexa, ask B100 to browse podcasts.
At any time, just say, Alexa, play next, to jump into a podcast.
There are two ways to get the real inside information about Notre Dame sports. Mike Rags and Todd Burlage. The Blue Gold Report podcast picks it up and dishes it out.
Listen to the Flavor 574 podcast to find out what to eat, drink, and make.
We celebrate all that makes life in northern Indiana and southern Michigan delicious.
I'm Tommy Lee, host of the Item Podcast. Item is a weekly search through the recycling bins
Alexa,
of news.
play next.
Playing 31, Item November 10th, 2016, The Stubbornness of Donkeys by Item.
Item number 31.
And now.
Item
with Tommy Lee.
Item with Tommy Lee.
The Item Podcast always tries to be funny here at the beginning.
Alexa,
I'm sure I fall.
Stop. What I just demonstrated was a browse feature for podcasts that allow you to discover new podcasts while you're listening. It's really fantastic because podcasts are such long-form audio that it's difficult to discover while you're listening if you don't have a feature like this. So if you have a lot of podcasts that you want your listeners to discover, this feature is really valuable. And besides that browse feature, we also have the ability to go directly to what you want to listen to. Alexa, ask B100 for Southern Rock. Alexa, pause. So I was not only able to go directly to what I wanted to listen to, I was able to pause and take care of something else that I have to do, and now I can get right back into it. Alexa, resume. Alexa, stop. So these features of being able to go to directly to the music you want to listen to and then pause at any time without missing a song that you love is fantastic for your listeners. Alexa Skills by XAPPmedia changed the game for radio broadcasters. It allows you to bring a whole new user experience that has the intimacy of local radio, the discoverability of streaming services, and all the features that allow your listeners to get exactly what they want to listen to. XAPPmedia can help you bring radio back into the home for your radio stations with great Alexa skills like the one you just saw for B100. Thank you.